finally, we can wrap up. There's this, I don't, there was this thing when, like the Black Lives Matter movement was going on. Colin Kaepernick was doing his thing. LeBron James was very vocal. And there was this idea of sports people shouldn't talk and they should just shut up and dribble and they should, do all that stuff. That's when a black person spoke out. Well, there's a couple of white football players that are speaking out recently. And I'm going to play a quick clip of Aaron Rodgers is on the Tucker Carlson show. This is what drives me nuts, by the way. This is why we see polls like the way they are, is because we have people getting more of their news from Aaron Rodgers and Tucker Carlson than we do actual news sources. But Aaron Rodgers, who always wants to sound, or at least thinks he sounds very intellectual, is talking to Tucker Carlson, and he has some issues with our current president. Take a listen to Aaron.
No, I'd love to see Joe Biden give an interview where he can speak on the history of the United States in the same way that Putin talked about the history of his country.
Okay. I'd love. Yeah. So he's kissing up to Putin. He's praising Putin, putting down our president on a show of a guy who obviously would probably allow Vladimir Putin to have his way with him, Tucker Carlson.
Yeah, that's why he did it, because Tucker went to Russia and, they just all in for Putin.
So my point is that I don't mind that people have their own opinions, but what I do mind is that more people, who are going out to vote are listening to this kind of garbage from these garbage people who know absolutely nothing. They know nothing about what's going on. And I'm including Tucker Carlson in that. Tucker Carlson has a view of the world that is extremely skewed and so far ridiculous that because he's on TV and because he can sound intellectual, people take him seriously. Not us. We don't take him seriously, but there are people that do take him seriously. And that's why people don't remember COVID for Trump. Right. They don't remember January 6th. They think Trump is better on the economy and in Israel because people listen to idiots like this. There's also a kicker for the Kansas City Chiefs. He was my fantasy kicker, actually, and I won't be drafting this idiot again. But he was at a commencement speech for it appeared to be some sort of Catholic school. And he had some things to say about women, and maybe you shouldn't be as excited about this diploma that you're getting because you've kind of been suckered into thinking that this is cool. But let's listen to Harrison Butker is the kicker's name for the world champion Kansas City Chiefs. Damn it. Hold on, Lana. I got to remove one of these. Yeah. Okay. Mm-hmm. It's the second time we've had to do a hold up. I appreciate your patience and everybody else out there watching. Okay, here's Harrison.
Ladies present today, congratulations on an amazing accomplishment. You should be proud of all that you have achieved to this point in your young lives. I want to speak directly to you briefly because I think it is you, the women, who have had the most diabolical lies told to you. How many of you are sitting here now about to cross this stage and are thinking about all the promotions and titles you are going to get in your career? Some of you may go on to lead successful careers in the world, but I would venture to guess that the majority of you are most excited about your marriage and the children you will bring into this world.
This is him telling them, this is what I think that you guys are more excited about.
I can tell you that my beautiful wife, Isabel, would be the first to say that her life truly started when she began living her vocation as a wife and as a mother. I'm on this stage today and able to be the man I am because I have a wife who leans into her vocation. I'm beyond blessed with the many talents God has given me, but it cannot be overstated that all of my success is made possible because a girl I met in band class back in middle school would convert to the faith, become my wife, and embrace one of the most important titles of all, homemaker.
Oh. Okay, so that's Harrison. by the way, vocation's another word for job. That's your job as a woman, to be the mother to my children. And then you know what a lot of these Christian guys do? They go out and they do whatever the fuck they want when mommy's at home with
Oh, absolutely. Was this a Christian school?
I think it was a Catholic school, because there's another clip too, by the way, where he is demeaning President Biden as a Catholic. And he's like, he can't be a real Catholic because he did the cross at a some rally about abortion. So the fact that he is pro-choice as a Catholic, he demeaned him. And then he went on to this rant about how men need to be men. And, you know, that whole thing about how there's this.
I would love to like talk to the women at that graduation, because even though it's a Catholic school, that was wild, because he just told them like, yeah, you got your diploma, but fucking get married and get pregnant. Forget that piece of paper you got there.
So you've been told diabolical lies that what you just accomplished is not the accomplishment you really want. What you really want is to be the mother to some dude's kids, so he could go out, he could play fucking golf whenever he wants to and get drunk with the boys and probably go to a strip club and all that stuff. And I know for a fact that fucking happens, but with whether you're Christian or not, that definitely happens. So this is, by the way, this is that Project 2025. This is the life, and this is the view that they have for America, is that women will be docile to the men. They will listen to what they have to say. I'd love to see somebody try to tell fucking Lana what to do. My guess is that's not going to work out very well for you. But, you know, that's what they want. That's the world they want to see, Lana, is this, you be a good girl, you do what I say, and you birth my children.
I mean, it is a Handmaid's Tale.
Yep, that's exactly what it is.
It's a good show. If you guys out there have not watched it, check it out. Like, it's you're watching what's happening. That is it.
I would suggest women, if they haven't seen it, to check it out.
Watch it.
It is funny, because I remember when that show first came out and we were at this dinner thing and some girl was there talking about the show, and she was like, I'm afraid something like this could happen again. And one of the guys there was arguing with her, said, you're ridiculous. Nothing like that could ever happen again. And to the full extent, could it happen again? I mean, there's a maybe now, but are there portions of it that can happen? 100%. That's what this fucking Project 2025 is really all about.
And that was portions of it, though, right? Because remember, I think Canada, it was free. The women were free in Canada, right? But it was just, I think America, we had the issue.
Right.
Yeah.
It's, you know, I said, and, you know, speaking of football players, because there was you brought it up earlier, Lawrence Taylor was brought up on the stage with Donald Trump at New Jersey. If you don't know who Lawrence Taylor is, probably considered the greatest linebacker in the history of the National Football League. There's an argument for him to at least be in the top 3. He played for the New York Giants. So he played that's back when the Giants, well, I think they still do. They play in New Jersey, actually, is the stadiums in New Jersey, even though they call it the New York Giants. And he was brought up on stage to say he will never vote Democrat again. He used to be a Democrat. His family used to be Democrats. He'll never vote for it again. Of course, people needed to be reminded that Herschel Walker was also arrested for having sex with a 16-year-old prostitute that he pleaded guilty for. Well, and that just seems right up.
Lawrence Taylor.
You
call him Herschel Walker?
Oh, did I say Herschel Walker?
Yeah.
Lawrence Taylor.
I mean,
they're the same ballpark too. I mean, they're just nuts. I mean, they're just nuts. But Lawrence Taylor, he was found guilty.
Yeah. Rapists protect rapists. Like, rapists gonna rape. Like, they gonna stick together too. Donald Trump couldn't find any more black props. He's like, God damn it.
Yeah.
You got a rapist up there.
Yeah. I think unfortunately his was Lawrence Taylor, was he on The Apprentice, the Celebrity Apprentice? I know Herschel Walker was. I don't remember if Lawrence Taylor was or not, but
I'm sure
I
he
think
promised Lawrence Taylor something to get on that stage.
I think those are his black friends, are the ones that were on Celebrity Apprentice, and they're at a distance his friends.
Friends.
Yeah,
'Cause
friends.
that's the
Yeah,
friend. Yeah.
exactly. So I don't know. The world's fucking nuts. We started off with understanding how people are crazy, and we're ending the show with understanding how people are crazy.
Yeah.
But the people not crazy are the ones who are watching our show right now. We definitely appreciate that. Please like and subscribe. I've said it more tonight than I think I've ever. I think maybe tonight I've said it more combined.
That's right. That's right. Well, let's go.
Yeah,
Like,
we would
thumbs up.
appreciate that.
Mhm.